Okay, that's what was going on. My bad. I think you can hear me now. I was just talking for a solid minute and nobody heard me. Let me check my stream real quick and see if I can't click on the stream. Oh, okay. We need to check in. Hello? Okay, yeah. We can hear me. That's good. That's alright. We're live. We're here. We're gonna have that playing in the background just in case, just so I can hear myself. Make sure I sound okay. Okay. Let me turn that down. This is kind of like a horror game, apparently. It's very, yeah. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have positive experience playing this game. All right. Yeah, that's not very ideal. Oh. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. We're going to go on this blindfolded. I'm just going to say no. Playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in the region, and you consent to your exposure to highly disturbing content. I agree to getting traumatized. Oh, that's wholesome. That's a wholesome start. This game is not suitable for children. Alright. We got an anime game. Okay. Alright. What does my channel come to? I swear, it's random. We'll go from Siege to Doki Doki Literature. How does that happen? I'm not even gonna question it. I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna go along with it, and we're gonna... Oh, please enter my name. Okay. My name's been said. You know what? We'll just do this. There. We'll do that. Okay. Or I could just go any. Yeah, we'll go any. Okay. No. Hey. Who's that? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might give or drawn to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Alright. I overslept again. Should I give them voices? Because there's going to be like, I think, well, 4, obviously, from the title. There's going to be 4 of them, maybe. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, that's me. Okay. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Yeah, I was. Don't give me that face. That's mean, Annie. I don't care. I am mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Yeah, fine. But you did wait for me after all. What the fuck is this game? I'm so confused and it's scaring me already. I don't like the art style. I mean, it's good. It's good like art, but like I don't know. I don't like it. I guess you didn't have to have it in you to be mean to me, even if you wanted to. No, I definitely do. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you say, Sayori. Yeah, you fucking weirdo. Kill yourself. I'm just kidding. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the students become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Annie, have you decided to join a club? Decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me that you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. You know what? That's just relatable. I don't have anything else to say about that. Just Sawyer likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Alright. So we're an anime weeb in the game. That makes me feel so much better. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die I don't know how to say that. I'm stupid. I can't read. I'm dyslexic. Of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Are you my fucking mom? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I get myself lectured into such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised that I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Yeah, that's most of them. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things up, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Why would I start with the anime club? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Alright. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Yeah, fuck you. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Alright. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Yeah. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Yeah, that's kind of... That said, my interest in a literature club guaranteed to be even less. And I'm getting text messages. Alright, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make any promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's just cunning. She's just so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Alright, this is super fun. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori is full of energy, swings the classroom door open. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. I don't know. The fucking emo girl. Kill yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm just kidding, by the way. Anyone who said that. It was a joke. Sayori has always said nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? No. Get away, woman. Way to kill the atmosphere. Alright, listen here, you mother... Annie, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is... No. You're wrong. You disappoint me, actually. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry, Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name apparently is Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. It almost made me think first grader for some reason. I don't know why. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Alright, shut up. Shut up. Go sit down. Yuri, who appears to be going to the park and Brennan's there. Alright. Bruh. Anyway. I just said that out loud. God damn it. Alright. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have had a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Annie. Monica smiles sweetly. No. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably one of the most popular girls in the class. Smart, ugly, athletic. Just playing. Basically completely out of my league. Yeah. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Face me now. Damn it. Gotta pause stream. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to do some stuff. I'm back. Promise. Hopefully no more interruptions. Except for my window getting opened. Because it's hot as hell in here. Okay. Alright. Now I gotta drink this time so I can start doing voices because my throat kind of hurts. And it's dry, so. Come sit down, Monica. Ah, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Anyway, we made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcake. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Sit down, mother. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one more space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Yeah, well, you could shut the hell up. You were mean. Just hurry and take one. Okay. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get the icing off her face. I quickly turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you know who, dummy. Alright, you know what? No. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy? How are you gonna make a hot cup of tea in a fucking school classroom? Your logic makes no sense. Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoyed the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider joining Literature Club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Oh, I just skipped. As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make a club fun and existing for everyone. Monica, I am surprised. How come you didn't decide to start your own club? You could have probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it into something special out of it. That's not bad. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Oh my god. My throat's already starting to get dry. Jesus. Okay. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard, convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that are much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they all are so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki suddenly perks up. It looks like she was trying to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traced the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. When is the horror gonna start? And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the first moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of immigration? I almost said immigration, that's crazy. Imagination to completely throw you for a loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me thick or tells me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful in changing but the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a little piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Alright. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's pretty impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. It's the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Why is she talking like that? Stop, we're not in medieval time. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you can share some of your work. You could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Well, I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat silent for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Annie? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind since the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Annie, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these... Right. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just did come for cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Yeah. And that makes this official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment, write a poem, and bring it the next meeting, so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Annie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue their chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Annie, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always staying at home after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. I mean, I don't really have a choice but walking in the same direction. With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way to the house. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have to have the chance to grow closer to one of the... Yeah. Alright. I just need to make... Am I getting a phone call? Damn, hold on. Alright, I'm back. My bad, guys. Hold on. Just a little bit longer. Is there someone texting me again? Okay. I'll just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's your turn. It's your time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Oh, I can pick. Okay. Holiday. I have to pick a bunch of words. Sparkle. Rose. Flea. Kiss. Heart. Oh my god, suicide? Party. Friends. Embrace. Candy. Fluffy. Sugar. Vanilla. Sweet. Wait, no, we already used sweet. That's fine. Loud. Doki Doki Poetry Slam. Alright, so we're getting trophies for Doki Doki Literature Club. Ooh, joy. Disown. We'll go with sunset. Kitty. Why are those all sad? Bunny. That's like the only nice one there. Hi again, Annie. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. I wanted to. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else already is hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Annie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature club when you're not as accustomed to it. God. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Itsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Itsuki finds her stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Itsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Any always gives us his best as long as he's having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking. And there's more people texting me. Okay, alright. Hold on. Let me reply to this. Like cooking, cleaning my room, how dependable. Sayori, this is because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Annie can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it, if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how this girl is. Bruh. More people texting. Hey, stop texting me. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, if you can read it in your own peace, I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried into her book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like if she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down on the nearest decks. Yeah. Sorry, I feel like I have to sneeze, yeah, sneeze, alright. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks in their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? Jesus Christ. And after they come, we can do things to speak in their creative minds. What is this? Sayori is taking this. Did someone just say my name? No. Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could cupcakes. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Alright. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to see Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It was your fault for sleeping like that. There we go. There it is. Okay. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Okay, it's only 7. That kind of reminded me. I was like, I gotta be up tomorrow. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. Ow. That really hurt. I'm gonna put more chapstick on now because I just fucking... Oh, whoa, that's a lot of it. Whoops. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you do look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gone up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. More text messages. I'm going to kill... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair was sticking out all around here. Ah. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's one more. There's one more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either, and there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe the stain with my fingers, but nobody would ever even notice that. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. This is weird. I don't like being that close. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. Button my yeah. Why is this one hard to close? I struggle to fully close buttons near her. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Bruh. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look so much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? It's so stuffy. It's not worth it after all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all of these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little bit earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we're really getting better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was just joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay. Annie, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots her away to retrieve her poem. And I also get more text messages. By the way, did you remember writing your poem? Did you remember to write your poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. God damn it! Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica meet up enthusiastically, and I pull up. Sayori is on the wrinkled sheet of the loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Do that one. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with hers first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leak, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's not bad. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convicted that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in the high school thinks that writing is to be sophisticated. It has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But but isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message look any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. I like to set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did, I guess, more went it into than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I share my poem with next? I have to share it with all of them. Let's get that one. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Annie. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I am not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha 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 ha. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Are you sure you didn't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's a part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? Okay. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's an any poem. Alright. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against your chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't seem mean. It doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Annie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thinking about you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to it then. Yay! I'm getting more text messages. Gotta pause this again. Hold on. I will be right back. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back again. Now you need to read my poem too, right? What is this? Oh, my bad. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I couldn't sleep forever. I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, it's just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last time. I made eggs and toast, yeah. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehe, this was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I write my poem to next? Who should I show my poem to? Ooh, Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from their topic matters, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expensiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds the train of thought as her demeanor only changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills techniques that can go writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes up with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Itsuki can be a little bit based though. Based? Beast? Beast? How? Well, Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under a light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, baiting. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstand the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future I bathe. Calms breathing air of present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I could barely read that, by the way. I don't read cursive. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Annie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of a poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past remaining place of comfort. Why did I say picture? Place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more soulment than putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. What makes it happy? Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh. Who should I show my poem to? Oh yeah. I think I should choose number option 4. Yeah, I said number option 4. Letter 6. Okay. Hi, Annie. Having a great time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Don't worry, Annie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all have to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica the poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem, you sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing is kind of gentle, has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knows, maybe someone so happy would enjoy sad things too. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each other. No. I didn't even. Wow, I read that really wrong. I don't know. I'm getting very slow at reading, so after her, I'm just gonna save and we'll continue on with another day. We'll go to the end of this day. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find whatever suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See in the direction a sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I rail blind, like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, radions, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Oh, my retinas, my bad. It's a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it wasn't too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. It's not bad. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for your feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, and you just get a big dark puddle of ink. so just move it with your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. And a lot of fucking talking. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing habits. Even if they were just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eye lands on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their... As they read the tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? I just double tapped X. It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you try to have that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But it really did not come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who I actually liked of it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Any did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my own writing styles. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Any liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Any appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... What? Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Huh. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they noticed I was standing there. Any, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more efficient, then this wouldn't happen in the first place. That's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Any. Wait, there's a reason I have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings to the most efficiency. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Any? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they will probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be help me, Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki. Personally, I'm gonna say I like Natsuki's more, just because I think it's more efficient that it just jumps out, and you could just get straight to the point. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to try to back myself up. I think that conveying my feelings in a few words can be just as impressive as well. It just lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha. It shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice minds. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can be definitely hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even if criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulders, Sayori nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly, with a face that I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Annie. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway. The thing about... Oops, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're natural, bruh. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other for poems, right? I hope that makes it worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Annie. And to be honest, it's nice. It's a nice change of pace from the lazying around that we got a little used to. Ha ha ha. So my joining clubs was responsible for running the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's just still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a little bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can change to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. What about? That's not the most important thing about literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. And how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn about these kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can also do better job at impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Annie, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. About what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Tsugi. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's actually the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Annie, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone makes me feel happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Well, that's probably gonna be it for today. Let's see. Yeah, it's been like an hour and a half stream, so we're gonna go ahead and save. Alright, I wanted to, yeah, overwrite. Okay, well. Okay. Now we're gonna be exactly where we left off. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.